श्री कृष्णा श्री कृष्णा श्री कृष्णा श्री कृष्णा। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। Let us read from verse number 15. वपुस्तुषादिभिः कोशैः युक्तं युक्त्यवघाततः आत्मानमन्तरं शुद्धं विविच्यात्तण्डुलं यथा यदा सर्वगतोऽप्यात्मा न सर्वत्रावभासते बुद्धावेवावभासेत स्वच्छेषु प्रतिबिम्बवत् देहेन्द्रियमनोबुद्धि प्रकृतिभ्यो विलक्षणं तद्वृत्तिसाक्षिणं विद्यात् आत्मानं राजवत्सदा व्यापृतेष्विन्द्रियश्वात्मा व्यापारी वा विवेकिनां दृश्यते भ्रेषु धावत्सु धावन्निव यथा शशि। व्यापारी इव अविवेकिनाम, those who are ignorant, those who are unable to understand clearly what they see. Vyapari aviveka. Who are those? Vyapruteshu indriyeshu atma vyapari iva. So in fact the self is not doing anything. Like the electricity is not doing anything. Is only there, that's it. But then we say electricity has come and gone. Similarly, the modification of the sense organs, this is red, this is green, this is yellow, this is sweet, this is sour, this is good fragrance, bad fragrance. This is all happening at the level of the sense organs and caught by Mr. Somebody. So three things: absolute reality expressing through the limitations of the buddhi becomes a relative reality. Man is absolute reality, husband is relative reality. And thereafter the notion is that I am miserable. Who is miserable? This man or the husband? It is the husband who is miserable, not the man. Exactly the same way. Vyapruteshu iva indriyeshu atma vyapari iva avivekinam. So all the modifications of the sense organs are superimposed on the substratum by the ignorant people. Example is given. Drushyate abhreshu dhavatsu. When the clouds are moving and the moon is behind the clouds, so what is our perception? That the moon is running. But in fact, it is the clouds which are moving. Moon is stable. Moon is not running anywhere. Exactly the same way. The body is constantly changing. We are the same. One friend in Calcutta, I went to their house for Bhiksha, a Marwadi family. The moment I entered, it was all Krishna, Krishna everywhere. So, Namaskar, Chamatkar. Then the old man came and immediately first question, Babaji, aap kahan ke ho? So looking according to the atmosphere around, I said, I am from Vrindavan. Vrindavan? Immediately enlivened. See? These are professional tricks. And then same thing, Vrindavan has changed so much in last 40 years. Then I said, Babaji, come here. I took him near the sink where there is a mirror. I said, look into the mirror. 40 years before, was he the same? We are able to appreciate the world is changing, but we are not able to appreciate we are changing. It is somebody has to tell, Budao, baitho. See, so who is changing? In the same manner, here we superimpose the modifications of the body on ourselves. Then I have become old. See, I am healthy, I am unhealthy. So, like the movement of the clouds is superimposed on the unmoving moon, exactly the same way, all the modifications of the body, mind, intellect complex, they are superimposed on the self, and then we start behaving accordingly. Therefore, dhavan iva yatha shashi, shashi is the moon. Therefore, if we become little aware, then we come to know, be attentive. Happiness we know. Miseries we know. So with the happiness we become miserable, we become happy, and with the misery we become miserable. So if we pause a little bit and look into happiness I have illuminated, miseries I have illuminated, then who am I? I have to be someone who is associated with both but beyond both. And therefore all the spiritual practice is this much only. Let the miseries come. Don't become miserable. You can attribute the causes of misery to others. If you are a husband, the cause of your misery is wife. Agreed. There is no doubt about it. Agreed. See? There was one husband and wife, they went for shopping. Diwali aa rahi. So, she has gone through more than 70-80 saris, and poor husband standing there. And with great difficulty she selected one. You will not believe what experiences God has given me. I have gone with one Amma for purchasing saris in Delhi. She came from USA. And Swamiji, aapko aana hi hai. I said, yaar, I have never known what is sari. I can know only sorry, not sari. So I had to go. I said, okay, do what you like. I had nice coke, sitting in a comfortable AC showroom. And then she was saying all that. And then she said, Swamiji, please tell this man, he doesn't understand. I said, I also don't understand. What do you understand about sari? No, you explain him. He doesn't understand properly. What is this texture, this design, about half a dozen of them. This texture, this design, this color, this the boundary, whatever you call, and this cost. Even Brahmaji cannot think like that. So, this husband went, and after about an hour or two, one sari was selected. So husband got frustrated. During those days, when people used to put on only the leaves, no selection, wasting time. And the wife is wife. She said, here you are sitting in a AC room. Those days, husband has to climb the trees, that tree, that So when the lightness comes, that we eliminate. When seriousness comes, that we eliminate. So who are we? We are supporting everything. Therefore, real spiritual practice is, you can blame for the miseries to someone else, but we are all miserable by our own choice. If you refuse to be miserable, make the miseries miserable. That is the spiritual practice. I am not telling you Vedanta means become very serious. What happened? Ghatakash, Patakash, Matakash? No. See, don't get into that. So Vyapruteshu iva indriyeshu atma vyapari avivekinam drishyate abhreshu dhavatsu dhavan nivayatha shashi. So avivekinam. So those who are miserable, they are aviveki. Our is Vivek. I don't know what will be his wife. Opposite. So aviveki. 19th. आत्म चैतन्यमाश्रित्य देहेन्द्रिय मनोधियः स्वक्रियार्थेषु वर्तन्ते सूर्यालोकं यथा जना. आत्म चैतन्यम आश्रित्य, under the support of the self, the Atma Chaitanya, the conscious being, Dehendriya Manodhiyaha Swakriyartheshu Vartante. They are prompted to act in their respective field. They by themselves are inert. Like when somebody is sleeping, snoring away, and you might have seen there are some people, those who are awakened, when they sleep, their everything is open. Nose open, mouth open, eyes open. You don't know what questions we face. One lady asked me this question, Swamiji, when my husband sleeps, he sleeps like this, what is the significance? I said, he's realized. Really, I said, yes, he's realized. See? So when somebody is sleeping, eyes are open, and that time you take your fingers in front of his eyes and ask him 2 plus 2 how much? Why? Realize. Because only the sense organs cannot know anything. They have to be enlivened by the touch of consciousness. This is what is meant over here. Therefore, Atma Chaitanyam Ashritya. Otherwise, what is the difference between the dead body and a living body? What is the difference between the normal tube light and fused tube light? Think about it. Behind both the tube lights, electricity is present. But in one tube light, the electricity is not able to express, manifest as light. So there is nothing wrong with the electricity, but something wrong with the instrument. Exactly the same way. When our instruments are gone, then the body falls dead. So even in the living body and the dead body, in both the places, Paramatma is 100% present. Paramatma doesn't go anywhere. All the death and birth is happening in him. See friends, therefore Atma Chaitanyam Ashritya, with the support of this conscious self, Dehendriya Manodhiyaha, all the faculties, body, mind, etc., Swakriyartheshu Vartante, they get activated in the respective field. Example given, Surya Lokam Yatha Jana. Like when there is a morning time, the sunrise, all the people start getting activated in their life. This is just an example, I know. People sleep up to 10 o'clock. See, the moment there is a sunrise, immediately we get up and start our day. Sun is not doing anything. He is comfortable in his own place. In the same manner, when the sun is illuminating a marriage procession, he doesn't become happy because he knows what is coming thereafter. And if he is seeing, illuminating the death procession, there also he is not miserable. ये तो होते ही रहता है. In the same manner, be very attentive. That which illuminates doesn't get influenced by what is illumined. When my eyes are seeing the blue color, the eyes don't become blue. When see the yellow color, eyes don't become yellow. Because eyes are the illuminator. In the same manner, Atma Chaitanya, the conscious self, is merely an illuminator. Therefore, waking experience comes along with the waker, go back, nothing happens to me. Dream experiences come, go, nothing happens to me. Because they come in me and go. This point you have to digest. There is no option. We are not inside the body is in me. Your whole attitude or spiritual life will change. But we have got that funny thing. Like in the Taittiriya Upanishad, these people were chanting. First is the Annamaya Kosha, Anyantara Atma, Pranamaya, Anyantara Atma, Manomaya. So we start getting inside. Outside is the Annamaya Kosha, inside is the Pranamaya Kosha, inside is the Manomaya Kosha, inside is the Vijnanamaya Kosha, inside is the Anandamaya Kosha. Inside that, like a sesamum seed, is the Atma. That is not the meaning. See, the Annamaya Kosha, the body is possible because of the Pranamaya Kosha. So Pranamaya Kosha is the container and the body is the contents. Similarly, the Manomaya Kosha is the container and these two koshas are contents. Similarly, the Vijnanamaya Kosha is the container and these three are the contents. Anandamaya Kosha is the container and contains the whole universe. Container is not influenced by the contents. See friends, therefore, Atma Chaitanyam Ashritya Dehendriya Manodhiyaha Swakriyartheshu Vartante Yatha Alokam Yatha Janaha. The moment there is sunrise, people get activated in the light of the sun. In the same manner, all these faculties start becoming activated when absolute conscious blissful existence is able to manifest as life. So life is the principle. In Sanskrit, Jivana is the principle. But instead of taking the Jivana, the life as a life, we take it as a Jiva, individuality. This basic error is maintained by us. In Buddhism, in Jainism, in Karma Kanda, in Yoga Shastra, everywhere they have got this funny thing. One soul per body. Therefore, you must have seen also the various pictures. Somebody dies, then a soul like a Bunsen burner flame without a smoke, it comes out. And jaun to jaun kahan. And then that flame is searching where to go. And in some womb, there was a bold hanging. TO2 space late, LET. So this small eye, iPhone wala eye, that eye goes in between. TOILET. A toilet is born. See friends, these are stories. This has no value, no meaning. The Jiva principle is brought into our scriptures only to tell us that don't blame others. Anything that happens in our life, we are squarely responsible. See friend, then we have step on the spiritual path. Next verse, 20th. Dehendriya gunan karmani amale satchidatmani adyasyantya vivekena gagane nilatadivata. Amale Satchidatmani, that pure, conscious, blissful existence, Amale, no Mala. Mala is the impact of the Prakriti. Now this is very subtle point, be attentive. This Prakriti or Maya or Shakti or potentiality, whatever words you use. Bhagavan Shankaracharya says in Vivek Chudamani, Avyakta namni Paramesha Shakti. It is called as Avyakta. Avyakta means unmanifest. See, in Pandadashi, if you study, is so deeply brought out this topic. The fire has got its burning power. Now this burning power will burn everything else except the fire. Like the sugar cane never suffers from diabetes. See, the cobra never suffers from venom poisoning. How simple it is. In the same manner, this potentiality does not influence the potential. So, Amale, so although the Prakriti is supported by Paramatma, this Prakriti cannot influence Paramatma. And therefore, Amale, impurity is removed. Mala is impurity. Amale, not impure. So in the pure Satchidananda Paramatma, Deha, Indriya, Guna and Karmani. So all the body, the attributes and qualities of the body, then sense organs and all the activities, they are superimposed on the absolute reality. Be very attentive. One child in one of the places asked this question, very beautiful question. He says, Swamiji, you tell us God is in us. I said, yes. Then where I am also in me. I said, you are right. So two of us? I said, yes, two of you. Very good. I said, what very good? He said, now I'll give you one blow. And I will tell, I did not hit you, God. He is inside. So I asked him, are you a descendant of Duryodhana or what? Duryodhana said, Janami dharmam nachame pravrutti. Janami adharmam nachame nivrutti. Kenapi devena vridistitena yatha niyuktosmi tatha karomi. I am not doing, God is doing. See, there are two of us within. One is that which is manifesting, and the second is that which is manifested. See, man is manifesting, husband is manifested. See the difference? So who is becoming miserable? Manifested or manifestation? The manifestation, the husband is becoming miserable. Here the teacher says the same thing. Dehendriya gunani karmani amale satchidatmani adyasya superimpose. So everything God is doing. Agreed. If you really mean that, everything is God doing, you will not complain. Why you should complain? God is doing. Relax. See, so adyasya avivekena, because of the lack of proper discrimination. Example is given, Gagane Neelatadivat, like the blueness on the sky, superimpose. Now this is the simple translation. Now go deeper into it. What is the impact of this understanding? Then the understanding has taken place, otherwise not. See, an ignorant person, he says the sky is blue. The wise person also says the same thing, the sky is blue. But the understanding of the two is different. The ignorant person thinks that the sky is really blue, but a wise man, meaning the one who knows it is an optical illusion, therefore he also enjoys. But what is the difference between the two? Ignorant person is attached to the blueness of the sky, and the wise man who knows it is an optical illusion, he will never like to change, improve the color of the sky, because it is an illusion. Now you take this principle and apply in your life. When we take our dream as an illusion, we have never tried to improve our dreams, because it is an illusion. Apply the same principle. When we take all these things that is happening in and around us as just an appearance, we will not take this seriously at all. But then what happens? We want to improve. We want to improve our children. We want to improve the society. We want to do something good to the whole world. See, friends, we have to recognize this basic principle. Whenever something is recognized as an illusion, following things happen. Number one, you don't struggle to improve that illusion. Number two, you do not want to utilize that illusion. Number three, you do not desire that illusion. And I should get a little bit a glass of mirage waters. No, because it is an illusion. But this is not known by the animals, so the deer, they run after the mirage waters and die. This is what is meant. Adhyasya avivekena, because of lack of right understanding. Now bring it to yourself. All the objects, this I have told already, all the objects are existing in the sense organs. Sense organs are the cause. Respective objects are the effects. Effects cannot exist without the cause. But the cause can remain without becoming an effect. So if the eyes are closed, all colors and forms gone. But nothing happened to the eyes. Eyes are normal. When few more people are added over here, there won't be a burden to my vision. Oh God, so many people have to see, now I'm tired, my eyes. No. And if all of you go away, there is no loss. Arey koi hai nahi, kya karu ab? No. Because illuminator is not influenced by the illumined. If this is understood, then slowly we will start withdrawing from the world, although participating in the world. Meaning, although we see the blue color sky, although we say it is blue, yet we will not be influenced by the blueness of the sky. This is what is mentioned here, that adhyasya avivekena gagane neelatadivat. Therefore, friends, how the blueness of the sky happens? Space is not having any color and form. Eyes can see only color and form. And our eyes also have got a limit, up to what limit it can see. It cannot see beyond that limit. And therefore, when the eyes want to see, but the sky cannot be seen, then the eyes start creating an illusion. It is blue. And therefore all our gods, Krishna, Rama, they are blue. They are infinite. Because the eyes cannot comprehend the infinite. Sense organs have their own limitations. Eyes can see only in the spectrum of Vibgyor. It cannot go beyond that. And yet when our eyes try to see the space, the illusion happens. And then we take that illusion to be real and start suffering. In other words, any experience gathered through sense organs, mind and intellect is an experience, can be labeled as an illusion. Think about it. When these instruments are closed, as in dream and deep sleep, where are we, when are we, what are we, how are we? Gone. Again body identification with the sense organs, the whole world is created. So any experience which demands a set of conditions for that experience to happen, that experience is an illusion. Therefore, waking comes and goes, dream comes and goes, deep sleep comes and goes, samadhi comes and goes, we are the same. If our awareness is on this point, and how it can be, don't interact, don't react. Dekho suno mat bolo. All the faculties will be functional. Seeing is happening, hearing is happening. No comments. That state, that experience is like the experience of a mirror. When a young beautiful girl goes in front of the mirror doesn't say, oh, welcome, welcome. Please hang around a little longer, Please. I am not in a hurry, okay? Wait. And if a oldie like me goes, hati yaar, dusre ko aane de. No. Mirrors do not reject, do not retain, do not oppose. Is it not our experience? Waking we do not reject, waking we do not oppose, waking we support. It goes away, nothing happens to me. The conscious mirror that I am. The same is the story with a dream. It is not that every time we get good dreams, sometimes horrible dreams. All the dreams are supported, they come, stay, go. The conscious mirror that I am the same. Bhagavan Shankaracharya says in the Dakshinamurti, Vishwam darpana drishyamana nagari tulyam nijantargatam pashyan atmani mayaya bahirivod bhutam yatha nidraya yas sakshat kurute prabodha samaye swatmanamevadvayam tasmai Sri Guru Murtaye namaidam Sri Dakshinamurtaye. Mirror is one of the best support for your meditation. If you simply sit in front of a mirror and don't take the comb and try to make it fashion, no. Just learn and work on that experience. Then we come to know that the mirror does not get influenced by the reflection of anything. If it is the reflection of the fire in the mirror, the reflection of fire doesn't burn the mirror. The mirror does not oppose the reflection of the fire. Steady things are also illuminated or reflected. Moving things are also illuminated or reflected. But mirror remains the same. This conscious mirror we are. But the difference is, in case of the inert mirror, we require some object for reflection. The conscious mirror that we are, we don't require any object. We are creating, manufacturing ourselves. That faculty, because of which the whole world is created, that faculty is called as Maya, Avyakta, Shakti, Radha, Sita, whatever name you give. You must have seen in your houses one picture, the Ardhanari Nateshwar everybody knows, but this second picture is not known to many people. There, Bhagwan Sri Krishna and Radhaji, they are entangled in such a manner that you don't know which hand is whose and on whose leg who is standing. Like the sugar and the sweetness, you cannot separate. Exactly the Paramatma and his potentiality. They are one and yet they are separate. Therefore, when these things are understood, then we are very clear. Mayi eva sakalam jatam, mayi sarvam pratishtitam, mayi sarvam layam yati tad brahmadvayam asmyam. Kaivalya Upanishad says. Everything is born in me, everything is existing in me, everything goes back in me. Who says? The space says. All colors and forms are born in me, the eyes say. All sense organs and organs of actions are born in me, the mind says. All the modifications of the mind are born in me, the intellect says. And everything is born in me, the Anandamaya Kosha says. They cannot exist without me. Therefore, the more we become aware of this, Adhyasyanta Atyanta Vivekena Gagane Neelatadivat, these are only superimposed. And the superimposed entities, when they are taken real, then the samsara begins. So to understand the superimposition, take this simple example which I quoted number of times. One person got married and after some time realized his mistake, corrected it. So divorce. But then again second mistake, he became expert in making mistakes. So second time he got married. Again divorce. Third time he did the same thing. And thereafter he came and asked me, Swamiji, why this is happening in my life? I said, you are lucky. You are double lucky. You get married lucky, you get separated double lucky. You make only fun. Tell me what it is. I said, before I tell you, you answer my question. When you got married for the first time, you were H1 and your wife was W1. So the pair was H1W1. Then you got separated. Then again you got married. So you became H2, wife became W2. Third time H3, W3. Now the question is, the H1 is equal to H2 is equal to H3 is equal to what? Is it that the first husband became the second husband? Is it that the first and second husband together became the third husband? Think. First husband is an illusion. One illusion gone. Second illusion came. H2. Illusion gone. Third illusion came. H3 gone. So, what is the relationship between H1, H2, H3? Nothing. Exactly the same way. Childhood, one illusion has come and gone. Teenage, another illusion has come and gone. Middle age, another illusion come and gone. But what we do, like this mala, collect all the flowers. In Hindi it's called a fools. Collect all the flowers. Childhood flowers, teenage flowers, middle age flowers, old age flowers. And through that, a thread of consciousness passes and a garland is made. This is what I am. Think. If you cut the thread and separate all the flowers and the thread, where the garland has gone? It can go somewhere if it exists. In the same manner, if there are more flowers like here, a big garland. If less flowers, small garland. If there is only one flower, can there be a garland? So what is the mantra? Wherever I am, whenever I am, whatever I am, I shall be 100% only one flower. But then we bring all the past. So old people, more past, more fools. The huge garland. Small kids, less past. In one of the management gimmick, we were playing like this. I said, hey, we'll have a different type of thing. All the families, everybody was there. I said, I'll call somebody and you have to come and talk about whatever topic you like. So one child I called. I said, hey, now talk. He said, what to do? I said, talk anything, we will not object. He has a big problem, what to talk. Doesn't know what to talk. I like chocolate. With great difficulty he could say that. I said, very good, you are giving a wonderful lecture. Go ahead. I don't like taking bath. Second lecture. Second sentence. Again quiet. What to talk? What to talk? Nothing to talk. He said, that's all. I said, no, you have to talk. You have to stay here for 3 minutes. Only 1 minute is over. 2 minutes more. He said, I don't want to. I have nothing to talk. I said, you have to stay here then 2 minutes. He said, if you don't allow me, I will do shushu here. I said, then go. Threatened. So he went. Second experiment. Then we called one oldie. 80 not out. Babaji, hun tusi come out. And he has come. And then he started. We have to call police to remove him. Very long garland. See, And the oldies like me, they don't understand this basic thing. Nobody is interested in our past. Everybody is concerned about their future. But if I got peanuts in my pocket, I cannot distribute chocolates. One of the spiritual practice, therefore, according to this, don't bring your past in front of anybody on any count. This way, slowly, we start remaining in the utter present. Now we come to the 21st verse. Ajnanan manasopadhehe कर्तृत्वादीनि चात्मनि कल्प्यन्तेऽम्बुगते चन्द्रे चलनादि यथाम्भसः. So first of all, we have seen how the activities of the Indriya, etc., they are superimposed on the self. Now second thing, Ajnanad manasopadehe. Now all the modifications of the mind, they are superimposed on the self. If the mind is disturbed, I am disturbed. If the mind is comfortable, I am comfortable. So our identification with these faculties, sense organs, mind, intellect, is so intense that we have forgotten what we are. And such people become mental wrecks. All the time demanding recognition, demanding attention. And if you don't do this thing, then I will useless fellows. See, friends, Bhagavan says in Bhagavad Gita, 3rd chapter, Kama esha krodha esha rajoguna samudbhavaha maha ashanaha maha papma viddhena miha vairinam. Arjuna's question was, why we go the wrong way in life? Although we don't want, yet we go wrong. Bhagavan says, it is because the impact of the desire. Now be attentive. Desire doesn't mean only I want something. Desire means seeking attention. See, so first of all, the worldly objects conquer our sense organs. Indriyani. It is not a Sindhi. Indriyani. Then Manaha. After conquering the sense organs, the desire enters the mind. And then we become extremely emotional. You will see in some houses, old people, if they are not given sufficient attention, importance, you go and talk to them. Babuji, खाना खा लिया? कोई देता है तो खा लेते हैं. How is your health? अभी मरे नहीं. मरो फिर. They are seeking attention. And when there was one story I read, one very poor lady, maybe sweeper or like that, in her small hut got into fire. So people came around to put it off, and she is standing apart and with this finger, nobody points out with this finger. She started showing, see, my house is burning, please help me, please help me. And one of the ladies, her attention went on the ring which was on her finger. She said, thank God, at least your ring is saved. She said, had you said it earlier, I would not have put the fire. Seeking attention, seeking attention. Then we keep on crying, then I will not take food, I will do this thing, I will do that thing. Such people are mentally disbalanced. See, Indriyani, Manobuddhi. And when we start constantly seeking attention, I want attention, people have got better things to do. And after the mind is conquered, then the desire enters the intellect. And when it enters intellect, the result is what I say is right. But this is wrong. No, I say it is right. Bhagavad Gita says, Adharmam dharma itiya manyate tamasa vrata. So the adharma is justified as dharma. This is how the desire spoils our very texture of life. And therefore, ajnanad manasopadehe kartrutvadini chatmani. And because of this wrong understanding, all the doership, I had done this thing, I had done thing, but people don't care for me, and I had done so much. Remember one thing. Children do not need parents. Whether you like it or don't like, this is the truth. When you get married, and suppose for 3, 4, 5 years you don't have children, then you start going from post to pillar. So who needs children? Parents. But then what an arrogance. 9 महीने पेट में रखा था इसको, पीठ पे रखती, पेट में रखा था. And they become so emotionally wrecks. See friends, recognize this truth. Let them grow their own way rather than meddling in everybody's life. Ajnanat manasopadehe. Such people in the old age, they become miserable. See, my daughter, my son, they don't care for me. What is there to care for you? Now they are young, they are searching for their own partners. These parents don't understand. The young boy will never be attracted towards his mother. He has suffered because of her sufficiently. Now he is interested in a young girl. But then the mother-in-law. See, earlier, everywhere he used to take me. Now he doesn't bother. Naturally, you are unfit now. Think, friends. This is very simple. It's not difficult. Ajnanat manasopadehe kartrutvadini atmani kalpyante ambugate chandre chalanadi yathambasa. Another example. Tonight, probably, if the moon reflects in the Ganges, you can see this example. When the moon is reflected in the Ganges, and if the water is moving, it appears as if the reflection is also moving. But the truth is, reflection doesn't move because it doesn't exist. It only appears. Exactly the same way, all the modifications of the mind do not touch the pure consciousness that we are. But we get so much identified with our mind. Therefore, real spiritual practice is mind your mind. If you can practice that, you have done a great help to yourself. Next one. Ragecha sukha dukkhadi buddhau satyam pravartate sushuptau nasti tannashe tasmat buddhestu natmanaha. Now sukha dukkha adi buddhyam buddhau satyam. When the intellect is awakened, as in the waking experience, be attentive. Experiences are happening in the intellect, but experiences are collected by the mind. So mind is a seat where joy and sorrows are reflected. Now these joy and sorrows are identified with their mind. Then I become happy or miserable. So, buddhau satyam, when the intellect is awakened, then ragicha sukha dukkhadi, they become meaningful only when the intellect is alive. In the deep sleep, susuptau nasti. In the deep sleep, the intellect is sleeping, there is nobody, therefore no happiness, no miseries. And tasmad buddhestu natmanaha. Therefore all the joy and sorrows, they belong to the intellect, not to the self. In short, whatever experiences we go through, we have to be consciously aware that we are eliminating all kinds of experiences. Waking, I experience. Dream, I experience. Deep sleep, I experience. Samadhi, I experience. So I am a common denominator. Now one sentence which I have quoted number of times, try to work on that sentence. I had good sleep, but in between I had bad dreams. Who can make this statement? I had good sleep, but in between I had bad dreams. Who makes this statement? Can the waker make this statement? Waker was not sleeping. Can the waker make this statement? He was not dreaming. But the statement is made, is it not? Who makes this statement?
Sakshi.
The one which makes the statement is not the waker. The one who makes the statement was not the dreamer. The one who makes the statement was not sleeping. Therefore, he has to be present in all the three without becoming any one of them. And the waker does not become the dreamer. Like the first husband, H1, he does not become the H2. The H2 doesn't become the H3. It is the same man with the conditioning of the first wife, he became H1. When that wife gone, he is again back to man. Then again he got married, H2. Then H1 did not become H2. It was the same man, exactly the same way. The same conscious reality that we are becomes the waker with the conditioning of body identification. It is dropped, waker gone, along with his world. Then the same conscious reality gets identified with the subtle body, a dreamer born. And so in the third case and fourth case. It's very simple. Should I make you more deep in your own understanding? Every dreamer, every dream has a separate dreamer. Yesterday's dreamer and today's dreamer have no relationship. In one dream I was a king. In other dream I was a beggar. In third dream I was a sannyasi. In fourth dream I was a Babaji. See? No relationship. If every dream has a separate dreamer, be very attentive and courageous. Every waker is separate from every waking experience. Yesterday's I and today's I cannot be the same. This is what we told you. When more flowers are collected, a big garland comes. If there is only one flower, there is no garland, there is no ego. But how it happens? We keep on collecting. When we were small, we used to climb on the tree. Oh, but what happened to your tail? Friends, we have to recognize this. The more you remain in the utter present, you are closer to your own divine nature. But then we write autobiography of a Dumbo. I was born here, I did this thing, I did this thing, and when I could do nothing, I wrote an autobiography. Do we write autobiography of a dreamer? Because no relationship between the dreamers or among the dreamers. Exactly the same way. There is no relationship between yesterday's waker and today's waker. We create that illusion of relationship by constantly talking about it again and again and again and again. Therefore, don't talk about your past. If somebody asks, bluff. See, I am a devotee of Bhagavan Krishna. Therefore, bluffing makes me no hesitation. See? Bhagavan Krishna said, I will not take Shastra in the war of Mahabharata. And he took it. But you said you will not take. Yes, I said. But why you are taken? I have taken. क्या करना है कर लो. Beautiful. We get unnecessarily lost in this world. So, रागिच्छा सुख दुखादि बुद्धौ सत्याम प्रवर्तते सुषुप्तौ नास्ति तन्नाशे. So, when the intellect is sleeping in the deep sleep, then tasmat buddhestu natmanaha. So, all the joy, sorrows, they belong to the buddhi. Here means the ego, the I. They belong to that. In us, there is neither joy nor sorrows. Recognize this right now. I will make a noise on this mic. Focus attention on the sound. I made it twice. How it became twice? Because first sound was followed by absence of sound. Then the second sound came. So you have heard both. The presence of the sound and absence of the sound. So then who are you? Sound or absence of the sound? We have supported the childhood. We have supported the absence of the childhood. We have supported the teenage. We are supporting the absence of the teenage. We have supported the middle age. We support the absence of the middle age. We are supporting the old age. We continue to support the absence of the old age. What happened to us? Who will die? मरने भी नहीं देंगे. And see, you are doing nothing. All is happening in your understanding. The wrong notions are slowly getting erased. And nobody can do it for us. Atmaiva atmano bandhu, atmaiva ripuratmana. We are our friend if we work on it. And if we don't, then we are our enemy. Ragacha sukha dukkhadi buddhau satyam pravartate sushuptau nasti tannashe tasmat buddhestu natmanaha. They belong to the intellect. Continuing further, prakashorkasya toyasya शैत्यम अग्नेर्यथोष्णता स्वभाव सच्चिदानंद नित्य निर्मलतात्मनः. Like this is the swabhava, this is the essential nature of what? Prakashaha arkasya. Light is the essential nature of the sun. Toyasya shaityam. The coolness or coldness is the nature of the waters. Agnehe yatha ushnata. The nature of the fire is heat. Exactly the same way, the Satchidananda, the pure conscious existence is Nirmalata Atmanaha, is immaculate, is pure, uncontaminated by anything. These statements, we have to work on it. Like the space supports everything, doesn't get contaminated by anything. Come back to your own faculties. Eyes illuminate all colors and forms, don't get contaminated. Ears hear all kinds of sounds, do not get contaminated. Mind supports all thoughts, noble, ignoble, good or bad. Mind doesn't get contaminated. The waking dream, deep sleep comes and goes. The pure conscious self doesn't get contaminated. Not getting influenced by anything is our essential nature. How simple it is. Now tell me what sadhana the fire will have to do to protect itself from the heat. Put the AC on. See? What if water will have to do to protect itself from the cold? Nothing. That is its nature. Exactly the same way. Our essential nature is we are untouched, uncontaminated, uninfluenced by anything that we are illuminating. Only come to recognize this. And we have to live our life, we have to die our death. There is no proxy. Exactly the same way. On a spiritual path, there is no proxy. You have to work on yourself. Honey, will you please do japa for me? That sticky fellow will do. I am always surprised when these people call honey and chewing gum. I was in Canada. One UP girl got married to somebody, and from a village she went to Canada. And when I was there, so there everybody talking English, so I said, अम्मा कैसी हो? Oh, आपको हिंदी आती है? मैंने हाँ मैं बनारस का हूँ. Oh, very good. Then she said, my husband comes and always calls me honey. I don't understand what is that honey. What is the meaning? I say honey means shahad. Oh, sticky. Oh God. So he calls me honey. I said, I'll tell you a counter to this, but don't tell my name. So when he calls you honey, you call him chewing gum. See, friends, relax. Life is a celebration. Don't become too serious. In fact, the whole spiritual life is a process of undoing. It is a process of unbecoming. It is a process of losing everything. It is a process of getting nothing. Are we ready for this bargain? Then jump on this path. Otherwise, kurute ganga sagar gamanam vrata paripalanam athava danam. इसको इतनी दक्षिणा दो, उसको इतनी दक्षिणा दो. And dakshina, when you take out the purse, find out the dilapidated note. All that funny thing has nothing to do with the spiritual life. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.